We ain't gonna stop until we get change. Justice for George Floyd, justice for Dante Wright. Fire man! George Floyd! Justice man! George Floyd! Fire man! Justice man! George Floyd!
We are minutes away from hearing the verdict in the Derek Chauvin trial. We're outside of the courthouse, and this area keeps filling up with more and more people the closer we get to hearing the results. What we've been hearing from protesters today is that they can't handle any more bad news. What has the last year been like for you?
Mixed emotion. I mean, I guess, seeing my community get destroyed, but at the same time getting tired of this injustice. That could be my little brother. That could be me next.
How are you feeling today that the verdict is in?
I want justice to be served and put this behind us and, not just sit down and say, well, the officer got locked up, so it's over. I mean, there's a lot more to be done. It's not like we're demanding something better. We just want something like everybody else to be treated fair and equally.
Yeah, what will justice look like today for you?
Equal punishment for his crime. The man was senseless murderer. He didn't value life, so his life should be taken as well.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd!
So we are minutes away from hearing the verdict in the Chauvin trial. So how are you feeling in this moment?
Anxious. I really don't know what to expect.
What does justice look like for you today?
Justice right now looks like he sits in the bottom of the prison for the rest of his life, for sure.
Are you guys prepared for the worst?
When police murder someone, they don't get charged with the crime. So the fact that we've even made it this far is historic, but that's not enough. So in my heart, I'm almost not prepared for the worst. I don't know how many people out here can take that. How many people at home can see that and their kids see that you could get killed for nothing? How many people can live with that? I don't know. So I don't know if we prepared for the worst, for real.
Which one? Which one? Which one?
For every high-profile case that you see, there has been the verdict came.
The verdict's gonna come. The verdict's gonna come. Who got this? Guilty!
It's official. Derek Chauvin has been found guilty on all 3 counts, including second and third degree murder and second degree manslaughter. When the verdict was read, we saw people hugging, we saw people crying. It was just a wave of emotions as a weight was lifted off the city's shoulders after a year of trauma. And a lot of people that we talked to, though, said that this verdict was just a start for what justice looks like for this community.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Tell me how you're feeling right now.
I'm very happy, very excited that it's not even Derek going to jail, obviously, but we're one step forward to getting justice for everyone.
Yeah,
we were feeling a lot of emotions. We were listening to it in the car ride back up here, and just joyful that at least a little part of the system worked. But we're about tearing shit down, so we know we gotta rebrand the system, and this is just a little bit of victory towards that.
What has the last year been like for you? What has the last couple of days been like for you waiting to hear this verdict?
It was running down, the cops were very much aggressive with us. So to see this, obviously everybody's happy today. Yeah. It's been very sad the last few days, especially with Dante Wright's death. Exactly. Adam's death. It's just it's been hard. So it's good to have one community come together and be happy for one.
How do you see the city moving on after this?
When the riots happened and when the protests started, I was not surprised at all. I'm a lifelong Southsider, and I have always known that this place is full of revolutionaries, and that we were tired of this shit. George got a sliver of justice today, but true justice would be a police system that wouldn't casually murder people.
So what I'm hearing you say is that these results is just a start.
Yeah. It's not, I want to tell people, this isn't, George isn't the only one that got killed by police brutality. So it's it's just a start of towards justice, but it's not the end.
Justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. We want to go. We want to go. We want to go.
I think we're headed towards implied immunity being gone in America. I think it's absolutely necessary, and this is the first step in that, is holding them accountable.
Were you expecting him to be guilty on all 3
I was
charges?
praying for it in every way, because if not, that's almost America taking an absolute stance that Black lives don't matter, that
Right.
police are allowed to get away with the murder. So I was praying with everything in me that it was going to be guilty.
Yep.
Had to believe it. Had to.
Can you talk about what this last year has meant and leading up to this point? Do you feel like justice was served and that this community is ready to move on?
Until you see sustained systemic change, we're not there yet.
Qualified immunity, it needs to be gone. Cops need to realize that they can be held accountable as murderers. So this is just a touch, just a tip of the iceberg, but it's a great start for that
Yeah.
ripple effect.
Do you think this verdict sent that message that cops can be and will start be?
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, and I hope it continues to push legislation forward in all 50 states as it is right now. I hope that it really pushes that forward. We've seen New York go ahead and get rid of implied immunity, so I hope that that's just the start of that. And holding Derek Chauvin accountable was the first step in showing police officers everywhere you just can't kill Black people and get away with it. And this is monumental. It's huge.
Yes! Woo! Yes!
That's a big day.